Kim Jong Un certainly knows how to live, even being the leader of a socialist nation like North Korea. According to large international analysts, the dear leader has almost $5 billion in foreign bank accounts. Nevertheless, they're only the accounts. Various intelligence organizations have determined, as rumors grew, that his fortune is likely greater than $100 billion. Kim Jong Un leads a luxurious lifestyle, and despite the fact that many of his followers are continuously starving, the North Korean leader is not shy about flaunting his wealth. If you're interested in learning more about Kim's ultra-luxurious lifestyle, let's get started. Number 11. Safety. Kim is aware that he is a target because he is a perpetual irritant to the rest of the globe. Consequently, he prioritizes his safety and spares no money to ensure that he is always protected. The security detail of the North Korean leader consists of several thousand individuals who are constantly on the lookout for potential threats. The most noticeable are, of course, the dozen men in suits who run behind Kim's limousine at all times and are prepared to sacrifice themselves to save his life. While I enjoy making jokes about the man with the weird hair who can trigger a global nuclear war on a whim, I am concerned about his security. It's not at all a joke. They are outstanding martial artists with extensive training. However, Kim has more lavish methods for ensuring his safety, such as always traveling with two decoy jets, frequently changing his house, and traveling on an unpredictable schedule. Between his 17 ultra-luxurious homes, this man makes sacrifices for his people to have to switch between various heavens, palaces, and luxurious living. Few people can afford what a great national hero possesses. Number 10 is a watch. Since attending a private high school in Switzerland under a false name, Kim Jong Un's interest in timepieces has grown significantly. The leader of North Korea possesses a massive collection of the item, which, according to some estimates, cost approximately $8 million. However, the UN restrictions on luxury items for North Korea owing to their nuclear program had little effect on this preoccupation. Let's hope Kim does not become abstinent and practically attack the United Nations today. The North Korean leader is frequently spotted wearing his favorite IWC Schaffhalen Portofino. According to experts, the Swiss brand is worth at least $12,000. Nonetheless, another of his timepieces is even more intriguing: the esteemed North Korean leader. Multiple sightings of him wearing an American Movado Museum timepiece, which can be purchased for roughly $1,500. The watch worn by Kim's, on the other hand, is not a floor model because it is constructed of real gold and a fine leather band. Although the price has not been published, it is anticipated to exceed $10,000. American imperialists beware. Similar to all other tyrants who decry the West's decadent ways, number 9 vehicles are associated with dictators. Kim is so fond of Western automobiles that he is thought to have an obsession with them. Has more than 100 vehicles in his garage, if only there were roads on which they could go. Kim's favorite vehicle is a S6000 Mercedes-Benz Maybach, which is highly popular among international leaders. The $1,600,000 vehicle is an armored car that can resist nearly all types of weaponry, including grenades and full metal jacket penetration. The limousine's interior is opulently appointed with leather seats, a minibar, and every amenity a power-hungry dictator could desire. However, the spectacular automobile is not alone in his garage. It is accompanied by a second arm and Mercedes S62, priced at $500, a Rolls-Royce Phantom No. 8 private jet, a Range Rover Sport, and an Audi R8 for $8,000. The leader of North Korea is generally unwelcome in most parts of the world, but there are exceptions. He does organize a meeting outside the borders of North Korea. In such situations, he flies in elegance on his luxurious Ilyushin 62, while the aircraft itself is a Soviet antique that belongs in a museum. This specific model has been refurbished and elaborately embellished to fit the tastes of the North Korean leader. All aboard. There are executive-style leather seats, mahogany tables and panels, decorations made from ivory, silver, and other precious metals, as well as crystal ashtrays, glasses, and more, according to estimates made by experts based on the few photographs presented in state-run media. The cabin of the aircraft alone costs over $1 million. Number 7. Yacht. To demonstrate his hate for the Western way of life, Kim purchased a 200-foot-long, mega-luxurious yacht for $7 million. As a result of United Nations sanctions prohibiting the sale of expensive products to DPR case officials, it was not easy to acquire. Nevertheless, Kim was able to acquire one of Princess Yacht's gems. Dennis Rodman, one of the prominent North Korean leader's cronies, compared the yacht to a combination of a ferry and a Disney cruise ship. There is little known about this. However, it appears to have a swimming pool and other lavish decks with a variety of amenities. The number 6, private train. Kim's preferred mode of transportation is the train. Obviously, the deal leader has one for himself alone. Therefore, he does not need to socialize with the commoners. In socialism, as we all know, everyone is equal, but some are more equal than others. Imagine that, if there were no railroads where Kim is headed, dissidents would manually transport the train. The DPRK's leader's carriages are highly armored and can withstand even armor-piercing shots. The few photographs of the interior depict an ultra-luxurious environment with exquisite leather seats and embellishments. And while virtually no one in the DPRK has access to the internet, everyone aboard this train does. Yet, the majority of the passengers are Kim Jong Un's entourage. There are still at least 20 railroad stops in North Korea that only exist so Kim can board his train and travel to the next destination. Obviously, these stations are located close to his palaces and other points of interest. Is on his private island for pleasure. Kim followed in the footsteps of his Middle Eastern colleagues and captured an island, also known as Pleasure Island. This location is comparable to Ibiza or Mecca, with extravagant parties, pricey alcohol, and opulent bars. Kim takes several of his guests here to enjoy themselves. For instance, Kim's personal friend Dennis Rodman has visited the island multiple times and claims that he and at least 60 other ordinary people were present. Considering the importance Kim places on his safety, it would not surprise me if those individuals were agents of the Secret Service who ensured that no one would dare touch their revered boss. It is considered that the island has some of the finest social luxuries in all of North Korea. According to reports, there is a Disney-style amusement park, an abundance of upscale nightclubs, bars, and restaurants, as well as a world-class sports complex. According to Rodman, the island is home to some of the world's finest tequila. Knowing how much the North Korean leader enjoys alcohol, this does not surprise me in the least. 4. Pricey alcoholic beverages. Kim knows how to have a good time. The dictator is a well-known enthusiast of some liquors, wine and beer. However, he favors whiskey and cognac. Recently, his drinking habits have become more synchronized with the international political situation. According to reports, he spent almost $171,000 on the Russian spirit, indicating that the North Korean leadership now consumes a great deal more vodka. His annual budget for champagne is approximately $140,000, and roughly $70,000 for beer. An estimate indicates that he spends more than $1 million on booze in a single year. However, according to Inside Insiders, his cellars are stocked with premium whiskey and champagne that might be valued up to $30 million. Now that's what I call a robust beverage. The third item is pricey dining. Kim is also well known for his voracious hunger for delectable cuisine. Unlike the majority of his citizens, who have struggled to eat for years, the Kim of North Korea enjoys his meals daily. It is claimed that he spends millions of dollars annually on food alone. According to some insiders, his favorite foods include Italian pizza, high-quality Danish pork, black Iranian caviar, Japanese Kobe, steak fruits from around the world, and so much more. Influenced by North Korea. The lovely leader was cheese-obsessed, a hobby he likely picked up while attending school in Switzerland. While other foreign leaders may make fun of his rotund physique, many believe he maintains it on purpose to demonstrate to his people that he is wealthy and powerful. One could only hope that he would go one step farther and develop good. Second, a floating eatery. The lovely leader certainly understands how to make his eating experiences more spectacular. In 2015, he commissioned the construction of a floating restaurant on the Taedong River. This is one of the few items the leader shares with his followers, as everyone is permitted to board the ship. The 4-story floating entertainment center houses cafes, restaurants, and other amusements. Kim referred to it as a gift to the people, and boy, do they rush to this slice of heaven. The restaurant staff is in agreement. People literally engaged in conflict over who would sit in the chair that Kim sat in at one time and who wouldn't battle for the privileged ski resort. Another enormous undertaking that appears to be for everyone's benefit, but let's be honest. Korean Ski Resort is for the inner circle of the Korean leadership. This gigantic project was completed in about 10 months. This resort's focal point is a magnificent hotel with every opulent amenity imaginable, including a swimming pool, ice rink, 5-star restaurant, and anything else a world-class hotel may offer. The luxurious resort reportedly cost Kim a fortune. He plans to invest an additional $8 million to expand the resort by 260 kilometers. In all candor, the primary objective of this resort is to entice some of the numerous Chinese tourists who would otherwise spend their money in Europe, which is amazingly productive for a short man who is ready to blow up the planet at any time using expensive watches in hand. To opulent resorts, premium drink, gourmet cuisine, and questionable morality, Kim Jong Un certainly knows how to live lavishly, as seen by his enormous bank account and tight security detail. He will certainly expand upon this list of excessive purchases. So what do you believe his next large expenditure will be? Please let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to Luxe Haven.